ISO/IEC 17065 2012 requirements for product certification bodies. Hello and welcome. In today's session, we will discuss ISO/IEC 17065 2012, the international standard that defines the requirements for product certification bodies. This video is presented by URGS International and it is intended to give professionals a clear, structured and practical understanding of the standard, its purpose, scope, key requirements and implementation expectations. Whether you are working with a certification body, preparing for accreditation, acting as an auditor or involved in scheme development, this session will help you understand how ISO/IEC 17065 ensures competence, impartiality, and credibility in product certification activities. Section 1. Why ISO/IEC 17065 matters? Product certifications plays a critical role in global trade and consumer confidence. When a product carries a certification mark, it signals that the product complies with specific standards, technical regulations, or scheme requirements. However, for certification to be trusted, the certification body itself must be competent, impartial, and consistent. This is where ISO/IEC 17065 2012 comes in. ISO/IEC 17065 replaced ISO/IEC Guide 65, aligns with ISO Conformity Assessment Framework, is used globally by accreditation bodies such as NABCB, URGS, ANAB and others. Without compliance to ISO/IEC 17065, a product certification body cannot be accredited. And without accreditation, certification credibility is significantly reduced. Section 2. Scope and applicability. ISO/IEC 17065 applies to third-party product certification bodies that certify products, processes, services. Examples include certification of electrical and electronics products, construction materials, food products, PPE and safety equipment, industrial components, consumer goods. The standard is generic. It does not define product requirements itself. Instead, it defines how certification bodies must operate, regardless of the product scheme. Section 3. Structure of ISO/IEC 17065. ISO/IEC 17065 is structured into 7 main clauses. First, scope. Second, normative references. Third, terms and definitions. Fourth, general requirements. Fifth, structural requirements. Sixth, resource requirements. Seventh, process requirements. Eighth, management system requirements. In this video, we will focus on the core operational clauses, particularly those that accreditation bodies assess most rigorously. Section 4. General requirements, impartiality and confidentiality. Impartiality. Impartiality is the cornerstone of ISO/IEC 17065. The certification body must identify risks to impartiality, eliminate or minimize those risks, demonstrate independence from commercial, financial, or other pressures. Examples of risks include consultancy and certification under the same organization, financial dependency on a single client, pressure from manufacturers or scheme owners. ISO/IEC 17065 requires a documented impartiality policy, an impartiality committee or equivalent mechanism, ongoing risk assessment. Impartiality is not optional. It must be demonstrable at all times. Confidentiality. Certification bodies handle sensitive information such as design data, test results, manufacturing processes. The standard requires legally enforceable confidentiality agreements, controlled access to information, clear rules for disclosure, only when required by law or accreditation bodies. Section 5. Structural requirements. The certification body must be a legal entity or part of one. Key expectations: clear legal status, defined organizational structure, identified roles and responsibilities. The certification body must demonstrate that certification decisions are made independently, commercial functions do not influence certification outcomes, authority and responsibility are clearly documented. Section 6. Resource requirements. Competence. Competence is another high risk accreditation focus area. The certification body must ensure competence of management, certification decision makers, auditors and inspectors, technical experts, personnel involved in evaluation and review. ISO/IEC 17065 requires defined competence criteria, qualification, training and experience records, ongoing monitoring and evaluation of personnel. Competence is not just about qualifications, it includes technical knowledge, understanding of certification schemes, knowledge of applicable standards, decision-making ability. Section 7. Process requirements, certification lifecycle. This clause defines the end-to-end certification process. Application, documented application review, confirmation of scope and scheme applicability, evaluation, testing, inspection or audit, sampling plans, use of accredited laboratories where required, review, independent technical review of evaluation results, verification against scheme requirements, certification decision made by competent personnel not involved in evaluation, documented and justified decision, surveillance, ongoing monitoring, market surveillance, factory inspections or follow-up testing, changes, suspension and withdrawal, clear rules for handling non-conformities, transparent decision criteria. Section 8. Management system requirements. Certification bodies must operate a management system aligned with either ISO 9001 principles or a documented management system meeting ISO/IEC 17065 requirements. Key elements include document control, record management, internal audits, management review, corrective actions. Control improvement. Accreditation bodies place strong emphasis on internal audits and management reviews. Section 9. Who should attend this training? This training program is specifically designed for certification body personnel, accreditation and compliance managers, product certification auditors, scheme owners, consultants and professionals involved in certification system development. Closing and call to action. To gain a deeper clause-by-clause understanding, including practical implementation, guidance, documentation templates, and accreditation readiness support, URGS International is conducting a structured professional training program on ISO/IEC 17065 2012. Program details, dates 9 to 11 February 2026, latest batch, and we conduct regular online batches every month. Timing 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. Mode online. Our email ID is info@urgsiso.com. Mobile number is +91 7359 458455. Interested persons can contact us for course enrollment. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe for more professional training content on ISO standards, accreditation, inspection and certification systems. Thank you.